Well, hi, everybody. Hope your week is off to a great start. This coming Sunday, we have one more of those special feasts yet to celebrate. We celebrated the Feast of the Ascension and Pentecost and Holy Trinity and Corpus Christi. And now this coming weekend, we celebrate the Feast of Saints Peter and Paul, Apostles. It just so happens that their feast day, which is a solemnity, happens to occur on a Sunday this year, so that takes the place of what would otherwise be a Sunday in ordinary time. So even though the season of ordinary time has begun already for the last several weeks, but it provides a great opportunity for us to recognize the very special contribution of these two leaders. Peter, a leader primarily of the first spiritual community in Jerusalem, and Paul, the great outward-directed evangelist to the larger world. While their focus was different, they worked in partnership, and they both were committed to leadership in ministry in the service of the gospel of Christ. And that remains a really valuable example for all of us, regardless of our station or place in life, to be a little bit of Peter and a little bit of Paul in our lives. And so we hope that our feast this coming weekend will help us to both thank God for the gift of the contribution of these two great apostles, their willingness to sacrifice their lives for the faith, and hopefully inspire us to not just admire them, but to follow their example. So this coming weekend, happy feast day that we'll celebrate together. Looking back, we had a wonderful celebration of Vacation Bible School this past week. Our youngsters with our young adults and our adult leaders all together experiencing and living out what Pope Francis famously called the joy of the gospel. Their young disciples growing in their love of Jesus and their love of the Bible. And what a great experience it was. And we're so very thankful to everybody that helped to coordinate and make Vacation Bible School such a great success again this summer. And with one great program and ministry having completed, as we speak, our young disciples, our youth ministry folks, are participating in Baltimore Work Camp, an opportunity to take the gospel of Christ and put it into action in loving service for those who are in need around us. So please keep our youth ministry folks and their adult guides in your prayer, that their efforts, their labor these days will be a source of inspiration for them, encouragement for them, as well as we know it'll be a grace and blessing for those whom they are serving in the name of Jesus the Lord. And speaking of this week, through the marvels of modern technology, I'm happy to offer this week's Tuesday video, even though I'm not really here. Actually, I'm, as we speak, on spiritual retreat this week with about 70 other fellow priests of the Archdiocese of Baltimore at St. Mary's Seminary and University. Folks may not be aware that stepping away for a period of spiritual reflection is so important in the life of the Church that the Church's canon law requires and expects a priest to do so at least once a year. And for many years, it's been my practice to participate in the priest retreat sponsored and coordinated by our Archdiocesan Clergy Personnel Office. As much as I enjoy the day in, day out opportunities to be of ministry and service with and among you, I also recognize that it's important every once in a while to step away and to reflect upon why we do what we do. So please know that I'll be keeping all of you in my prayer this week. I trust that you'll be keeping me in your prayer as well. And I'll be really looking forward to coming back and picking up ministry again this coming weekend to continue to serve the Lord and to serve with and among you as fellow disciples of the good news of the gospel of Christ. And looking a little farther forward, don't forget that our parish feast day, July 26th, will be bracketed and celebrated in two ways this year, a new way and a familiar way. The new way is our family and friends 9-hole golf opportunity on Friday, July 25, and on Sunday, July 27, our holy hamburgers and hot dogs picnic celebration. That'll be from noon to 3. The food will be available from noon to 2, and we hope that you'll take the opportunity to enjoy some summer fellowship. The golf outing on Friday is not a competition or a tournament, just an opportunity for families to get together, enjoy a little time for 9 holes out on the golf course with some food to follow. and the Holy Hamburgers and Hot Dogs gathering, another opportunity for all of us, regardless of our ages, to come together and build up and strengthen the fellowship and community that marks our lives as a spiritual community here at St. Anne Church. So we do hope that the rest of this week is a time of grace and blessing for you. Do take care. God bless.